Hello dear music lovers, and welcome back to the channel, where we are continuing our watch of Carole and Tuesday. I'm your host Maverick, and today we are on episode 6, right? Now I say music lovers because if you don't like music, why are you watching this anime, right? Although I guess to be fair, a lot of the other stuff is compelling as well. The character designs, the world. This is such a great anime, to be completely honest with you guys. I love it. But anyways, not only, the setting and the subject matter and stuff, but last episode we finally sort of made clear the paths of our main protagonist as well as their main counterpart in Angela, right? So Carole and Tuesday, they're going with the type of story which I love, I really dig in terms of music animes, and that is, starting out with step by step, right? Gaining more experience, making music, creating, especially getting into the vibe of the live atmosphere, and just start out from that and eventually go to bigger and bigger and bigger stages, right? Until eventually you command the presence of thousands, hundreds, tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. I really like that kind of progression story. Angela, on the other hand, is sort of more like a call to our current pop music situation, where, all the top pop stars and the top pop music is manufactured to an extent, with the help and resources of the industry. Although, of course, the talents themselves, well, they need to have innate talent as well, right? They need to have good singing voices, the whole package, right? You gotta have the looks, you gotta have the skills. But in any case, so their paths are set in stone, and let's just see what's going to happen next, right? Where we left off last episode, it seemed that, Gus has received a phone call, probably pertaining to Carole and Tuesday's next gig, or at least their next kind of event, right? So let's just get into the episode. So I skipped the opening parts and the opening song, and let's just begin in 3, 2, 1... play. Yeah, first live. Hey, 10 people is actually not a bad number for your first live. Oh wait, Gus is the narrator? Life is a carnival. Actually, I don't know that reference. Who's that in the background? What? Really? What? Backup? What the heck? Backup? Yeah, do explain. Hi, Wikipedia. Okay, so a hard rock band? Alright. So the rock stars of old. Canceling at the last minute? What the heck kind of guy is this? Ah, so it's this guy who called him. Really? This seems a little bit of early. A little bit too early. I bet they're going to like go up and perform half a song or something, or one song to buy time for the. Oh wait, it's tomorrow? And get her group Tuesday. Yeah, no, you girls are not really ready. Do you have one? Seriously, right now? Well, you guys are optimistic. Hey, being able to travel by train is actually already quite a. Well, I guess it depends on what kind of train, but still. In Japan, the less, the less well-off, or just starting out artists need to take the van. Sidonia Festival. I'm not really sure what kind of reference this is. Is this more of an EDM festival? But no, wait, there's a rock. Actually, since it's in the middle of the desert, it looks. Seems more like, Cardigan? What are you doing? Alright. Alright. Then again, a lot of music festivals nowadays do have a mix of both EDM and rock bands. Like, if you consider stuff like Summer Sonic or Rock in Japan or whatnot. Oh, he's here. Woohoo! Oh wait, if he's actually here, then... Oh, he's drunk? Wait, what? Are those two actually going to go up? See, that's what happens when you don't have the experience to back it up yet. Life is a Carnival, the band. I have no idea who that is. I'm sorry. $80-20 in which direction, dude? Ah. Run! Omnious girls. Okay, they're going to end up hiding in Joshua's trailer. Yep. Cliche, but to be expected. Hi. Ooh. Oh, you saw it? So hmm. So cherish it. No, I actually thought they were gonna get on Joshua's trailer. Or Omega. No? Are these two significant characters? Oh, they are going to perform. Alright. And so again, let me just... Wait, is that a 6-string bass? And a violin as well. Alright, let me mute this. This is a very interesting arrangement. It has a very I actually don't know how to describe it. I wanted to say indie, but not really. It's a bass, a keyboard, and a violin. Interesting. The Beetle. Wait, are they actually going to be going up? Don't they need to at least announce that Omega aren't playing? Oh? Wait, is she going? Hmm. Yeah. Is she gonna be like, shut up? Hmm. That's a that's pretty fitting. Oh, that's oh, really? But I'm sure with that, they at least got some fans. Nah, that was to be expected, though. Honestly. No. Yeah, there's bound to be some there who become fans. Yeah, they're like, really no, they're just a bunch of amateurs, right? So they're just happy to be recognized by someone. Oh, free performances in one episode? That's nice. Okay. Hmm. Reminds me of like 90s R&B. Okay. And then we get the actual ending song. Alright. Doesn't seem to be anything more, so I guess that's it. I'll see you guys after the ending. Alrighty, so just as I was praising it for trying to take their music step by step, they decide to put them on in front of a crowd of 100,000 people, right? Or, actually, sorry, 10,000? 100,000? Anyways, a ridiculous number. And anyways, and honestly, you know, the whole episode notwithstanding, it really doesn't make sense. That is a really unbelievable story. Like how the organizers would just basically find two amateurs and allow them to stand in as backups for what is a very popular and probably a headliner of the festival, right? Even if they wanted to make some contingency plans, what would probably most likely happen is they would ask the other acts who are already there to say, "Hey, just in case, are you able to think of some backup songs, some backup music? So if push comes to shove, can you step in and take over for a bit, right?" Because I mean, come on, Carole and Tuesday, they don't really have that much of a repertoire anyways. They can at most get up there and I don't know, stall for like 3 songs at most, something like that. So a far more plausible scenario would be for somebody else to, one of the other artists to stand in for the Omegas, or whatever they're called, right? Omega. So yeah, and not just that part, but also wholly unrealistic is the fact that they weren't even able to go up there and do sound checks, do a rehearsal or something. Like that is just no. I think the organizers would probably be flamed to hell if they actually tried to pull something like this. And honestly, that's so unprofessional for the organizers, right? So this is a little bit stretching the imagination, all things considered. And so far, it's fairly rooted and grounded in reality. But this one, not feeling it, right? Not feeling it. Not that I don't like the episode, but I just feel like the whole thing is too unrealistic and it brings me a little bit out of the story. Now, as in terms of what actually happened, right? So, I think that's to be expected. Come on, the audience was expecting a hard rock band, and then you got two girls singing this kind of light music. Of course, they're gonna be booed off stage. Like that is inevitable. But as Gus said, go for broke, right? There's really no downside to them actually doing this. Even though it seemed like all the responses were negative, that's probably because it's a festival, right? So there's going to be fans of lots and lots of different groups there, and whenever a certain act comes up, of course the diehard fans of that group will be all rushing towards the front, right? So of course you're going to get an initial perception which is entirely negative. But I guarantee that there's probably someone in the back, right, or in the sides who look at it and say, hey, they have a pretty good sound, and also, feeling sympathy for them and whatnot. They probably gained quite a few fans from this performance, and probably will see the manifestation of that in the next episode, right? And at the very least, it's probably going to be quite a topic to talk about. Like it's inevitably going to be some PR for them, right? So probably, all things considered, it's a net gain. And credit to them. And again, well, both credit to them, but also to me, one of the most, probably not the most unbelievable thing, but also right up there in terms of unbelievableness, is the fact that they didn't mess up, right? Tuesday and Carole did not mess up when they were playing. I find that wholly unrealistic as well. These are two amateurs who have never been to a stage this big. I don't believe for a second that they were able to play that song flawlessly through. So, what probably should have happened, well, first of all, they shouldn't be on the stage in the first place, but what should have happened, even if they were on the stage, is they would probably have some flaws in their performance. Like, seriously, 100,000 people is nothing to sneeze at, right? And especially in that kind of hostile environment. But, you know, beyond that, let's see, what else to talk about? So we were introduced to some new characters. There's this, what's the dude called again? I know the girl's called Crystal. Oh, Skip. So, you know, they're named and they got dialogue, so I guess maybe there are going to be recurring characters such as Erdogan as well. And by the way, their bios are on the official website already. So Crystal, she's influenced by Beyonce, so I think we can really see the similarity there. Whereas Skip is influenced by people such as I believe James Brown, Marvin Gaye, things like artists like that. So you can also see the different sounds, right? Well, it actually didn't quite go the way that I expected it to. I was fully expecting them to actually stumble into the trailer which had Joshua in there, and then maybe they have some kind of dialogue, and then, you know, Joshua's like, no, I don't want to go, and then Carole and Tuesday go up on stage, and they're booed, and then Joshua eventually comes out along with the rest of the band, and then, you know, get the performance going again. I thought that was how it was going to go down. So, pleasantly surprised in that part, but still, in terms of the overall plot point, I don't believe it for 1 second, right? So, there's that. So, what else is there for this episode? I guess not really much else. You know, like I said, even with all things considered, they're probably gaining fans, they're gaining their popularity. Again, I would like them for them to take it easy, take it slow. You don't have to play for just a crowd of 10, but maybe try to find one of those live houses which are themed, right? And so maybe it will hold like 100, 200, 300 people. Start out from something like that. They don't need to know you, but you just have to be in the general genre of music that they want to listen to. And then you can gain fans easily through that kind of venue and performance. And, you know, that would be great. So I hope that we can do something similar to that in the next episode. Oh, and by the way, I did go back and look up the title song, "Life Is a Carnival," made by D-Band. Yeah, that's literally what they're named, D-Band. Again, it seems that they are a roots rock band, you know, more influenced by southern rock, blues, folk, that kind of thing. It's not really my forte, and the song itself isn't really my forte as well, but again, I guess the episode director or whoever just likes to show off their knowledge of early 70s and 80s music. So that was that. And yeah, I think that about wraps up this episode. Let me know what you guys think as well. Did you enjoy this kind of setting? Actually, you know, I think if they were going to do it, well, I guess, like I said, you know, all things considered, nothing really bad happened. They didn't really try to put them in a very unhealthy situation or unhealthy mindset, right? They weren't, you know, depressed or anything. It all went slightly better than I expected, right? They could have went up there, and then once the jury started completely mess up, and then they would be labeled as, you know, talentless or something like that, right? But none of that actually happened. So really just the believability of this story is what's bugging me the most. So there we go. And so that's been episode 6 of Carole on Tuesday. I will see you guys next time. So until then, bye-bye.